Alrighty. We are on. This is today's episode of Porch Thoughts, which it was almost couch thoughts because I was like, is it cold outside? It might have to be couch thoughts and not porch thoughts. But it's 60 degrees outside in February in Missouri, which is amazing. So, episode 1 of Porch Thoughts. So, the topic that I wanted to cover today is influence. And the thing that I'm best at is fitness. Body transformations, blah, 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 blah. Really just looking great, putting on muscle, being lean, having a really nice look. That is what I've always naturally been really drawn to and naturally excelled at. I have pretty good genetics for it as well. My dad has a great physique, even at the age of 54, 55. Honestly, he might have more muscle than me right now. But as far as influence goes, I used to make these how-to videos, and it was stuff that I learned from a business coach, which, I would just post my physique in itself before. But that doesn't motivate anybody to take action. And my main motivation before was for people to, first, whenever I was just posting my physique, my motivation was to build my page as fast as possible. And then when I was posting these how-tos with social proof and things like that, and social proof, what I mean by that is just posting that, I have this physique, this is how I got it, or this is how my clients got it as well, and these methods work for them too, was to influence people to buy my coaching. But what I saw is some people just started using the tips for free, which is great. But recently, I've really liked, instead of how-to videos, I was like, I kind of want to post more day in the life, more lifestyle, more of my thoughts. And what I noticed is whenever I am posting more just day-to-day stuff, my thoughts, just in saying what I'm doing, instead of saying this is how to do this, or this got me X result in my result, and saying it like that, whenever it's just very conversational, I'm just saying this is what I've been doing lately. People just started doing it. Whenever I was cutting down and I was like, I'm not tracking anything right now, but I am eating more nutritious foods, all of a sudden more people were just starting to talk about that in my life, whether it was on my phone, with this, with that, whatever. And yeah, I was like, dang, that's pretty cool. Like, more of my friends are eating nutritious foods just because I said I was doing it, and I was just talking about how I felt. But the reason why I think it had that level of influence is just because it was non-biased, which is cool. I like that way more. I would rather just talk about this is what I'm doing without like feeling like I'm trying to convince anybody. And it also shows too like a really big responsibility of what we have and what our actions play a role of. Like whenever we think, I want to change the world for better, it really does start with us, so it's like, oh wow, that guy did that, now I want to do it. It's like Curry didn't tell everybody just to start shooting threes and working on their threes. They saw the results and they're like, oh, I want to work I need to do that to beat the Warriors, right? So yeah, the power of action and just doing these things has more influence than saying do this. And persuasion in sales, that's one of the things you learn is, I think they say one of the least convincing things is telling somebody to do something. So in sales and things like that, you ask people. In persuasion, you ask questions. You never directly really say what to do. I mean, that is one thing. Like, let's say you're selling gutters and their gutters are bad. You're like, this is bad, But yeah, a lot of persuasion is actually just asking questions, having them say it, making them aware by asking questions, which is really cool, because it makes communication so much deeper, so much more unique than just pencil is yellow. You know what I mean? It's like you can ask a question which can open somebody's mind up. That can happen with how you say a specific thing with a tone. It's really cool that communication is so much more than just the words and things being literal, because it's so expansive. There's so much to it. It is an art form. So yeah, communication, whether even this video, the way I'm sitting, it's art. And the thing that I really like is just authenticity. And whenever you don't need anything from other people is when you can be the most authentic. So you know, what I'm focused on right now is just praying to God every day, reading some scripture, even if it's literally one verse. I was gonna say the verse I read this morning, I forgot it already. It was something relative to leaning on God when you're afraid. You know, it's like, when I'm afraid, lean on me. And I've been feeling a lot of fear lately because I've been trying to change. And then eventually when I just let go and I talk to God and I just relax, things just work out better. So that verse is something along the lines of leaning on God. And when you do that, you feel phenomenal. And yeah, I wanted to say too, I'll actually make a different video for this. But yeah, this video just felt really good to make. Awesome.